Now we have BYU assistant head coach and linebackers coach, special teams coordinator superstar Ed Lamb is back with us. Ed, welcome.
Thank you. Did you say superstar?
I did say superstar.
Wow. Appreciate that.
You ready to live up to that?
Yeah. What kind of expectations are there here this morning?
Well, a guy that wears cowboy boots around the football offices, I have a lot of respect for. You had those on yesterday. Is that a common occurrence?
No, not particularly. Just one of my pair of shoes.
Feeling the cowboy mojo yesterday?
Yeah, in the wintertime, it's
okay.
It's good fit for me and keeps my socks out of the snow.
It's logic. And
just one pair
it.
of boots? You have multiple pair of cowboy boots?
I've got multiple pair.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See, again, you're a superstar, man. That's superstar.
I didn't know it was that easy.
Quality right there.
Sorry, I didn't wear them today.
No, it's all good. You have an outstanding crew of linebackers as new additions or off missions, and we got a lot to discuss. Not a lot of time to do it, so let's get right to it about this exciting core. Starting with Chaz Ayu, who was a safety, defensive backfield guy coming out of high school, but now he's bulked up and he's going to play linebacker.
He does. Yeah, he had big growth potential when he showed up. He's got broad shoulders and big, thick legs, and so even though he was built a bit like a safety and played some of that, even in his freshman year before leaving on his mission, he did play some linebacker for us, appeared on the field at the linebacker spot. So we think that'll be a good spot for him to come back to. We have need at that position, and I think right away he'll be competing for playing time, starting position, and certainly add depth.
What can you tell us about Ben Bywater and Salofa Funa?
Salofa is back on campus right now, and so he's working really hard. He's got it's kind of a mad dash for some of these guys that come in January, right, to be ready for spring practice. And so he's got about an 8-week winter conditioning period, and then moving on into spring practice. Expect him to compete at the middle linebacker position. Ben will be back in the fall. He's not on campus right now, but we're excited about his return. Was a fantastic high school player with a ton of versatility, a lot of length, and so I think those guys, that have that kind of height and arm length, they can really play all three of the linebacker positions, and even a fourth when we line up in our 3-4 defense. I think he can rush the passer a bit as well.
All right, Preston Lewis, Keenan Peely, and Alex Miskela round out some notable returnees that are excited. And I've talked to a few of these guys. They're anxious to get back in the fold. What can you tell us about Preston, Keenan, and Alex?
Preston, Keenan, both really are. It's in terms of length. Again, staying on that subject. Preston will be back in the fall and is not here now. Keenan is back in training and in school, so able to speak a little bit more toward how Keenan is progressing right now. Excited to work with him in spring practice. Keenan. He probably put on a good solid 10 pounds, and when I say solid, I mean I was just shocked when he showed up.
Wow!
And but knowing his family and the way that they work and the way that they train, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. So really excited about Keenan. Preston, again, I think he can play a number of positions for us. Anxious to get him back this summer and start working with him. And Alex Miskela was actually just delayed his initial enrollment. He signed with us, as you know, over a year ago, and instead of coming in the fall, he just continued to train. And he's probably more of a middle linebacker for us. He's already one of the strongest players on the team.
Yeah,
not
apparently
one of the
he's dominating
freshmen.
the weight room right now.
He's a dominant weight room guy. I go way back 20 years with his head football coach Ray Fenton, who's coached a lot of different places around the West. But Ray notified us that this was a guy that would be a great fit at BYU, and so we started recruiting him and got him to sign, and right now he's doing really well on campus.